See, now you'll get an insight into how I am at YouTubing. It'll take us 5 takes just to do this, probably.
Yeah, it takes me sometimes that as well, so I won't worry about it. Take as long as it takes.
Right, let's walk and do it. Hi everyone, so as you might be able to see, I'm currently at the Lake District with, this is Pete here. Last time I was in the Lake District, when I was at Lingmoor Fell, you were up there taking photos as well.
Yes, indeed, yep.
So we got talking and kept in touch, and now so we've decided to do a hike together and a bit of wild camping tonight. So we've just passed Blea Tarn, and the plan is go up Side Pike, right?
Yep.
Side Pike, and then yeah, a bit of wild camping up there tonight as well, and obviously a bit of landscape photography. So if you don't already, follow Pete on YouTube, Pete Watson. Yeah, very good landscape photographer, YouTuber as well. The weather's been on and off as we were driving here, so we don't know what the weather's going to do. It has generally been nice, but there's been quite a bit of rain, sometimes soft, sometimes heavy, and the potential for some thunderstorms at some point, so we're not too sure. Hopefully it'll stay nice, but let's see what happens.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
From the past, to make sure you're learning from mistakes that you did last. Send me a letter when you're done, evaluating what your short life has become. You should know, you should know. What you've seen so far, there are better ways. Throw preconceptions down the drain, 'cause this is your last chance. You should know, you should know.
buy first aid kits are handy, people.
And show us what you've done. Jesus.
So one at the start already, and then that one. Very accident prone today. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so I don't think Peter's usually like this, but today he seems to want to do himself a serious injury. This is the second time in, well, not very long.
About an hour.
About an hour, yeah, that you've cut yourself. So. It must be me. Maybe I'm bad luck for you.
Hope not. This one was worse than that one.
Yeah, it's getting worse. It's getting a lot worse.
And if it goes, if trouble comes in free, it's a dread to think what the third one's going to be. Like. It's either that or tip it out. That'll waste them, wouldn't it?
Down it.
It's all be very good for hydration, is it? This is not a sensible thing to do, people. It really isn't.
Well, carry cans of beer and then smash them halfway up a hill.
This is a warning from the past, to make sure you're learning from mistakes that you did last. Send me a letter when you're done, evaluating what your short life has become. You should know. You should know. Don't try to cover up your ways. In light of what you've seen so far, there are better ways. Throw preconceptions down the drain, 'cause this is your last chance. You should know. You should know. When you are ready, it will begin to glow. This time tomorrow, the future I will show.
Well, hang on.
I'm going to try it.
Well, I just want to see where.
Do you reckon you'll be able to pass your back through?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, well, I thought over the top of my after.
Huh?
Thought over the top of my after.
So, Chris is struggling.
It's the bag that's the problem, not me.
Oh yeah.
I might well get.
I think I'm going to have a problem though.
Yeah, it's hard getting through with the bag. Ow! I lost my knee. At least I can sort of help try and grab your bag.
Well, that's true. Chris has done the hardest bit. My turn.
Have I got you? There we go.
Problems of while camping.
Yeah.
Can't get through with bags.
So that's what's known as Fat Man's Agony. You can see why. Yeah, I've been through there before, but I had just a small backpack with me, with huge rucksacks, hiking equipment, camping equipment. It's pretty difficult, but we're both through. Let me try and show to you what we just had to get through. It's pretty narrow, especially with huge rucksacks on. But we're both through. So Right, quick update. We got to the top of Side Pike and then we decided to walk on a bit further to a tarn that's nearby. We thought that might be a nicer camping spot. So we got down to this tarn, which is just below there, just behind me. And Pete left all his, just to shed weight, he left his tent and his sleeping bag and all that gear down there. And then we decided, there's a little peak, another little peak, I don't know what it's called to be honest. We're in the little Langdales. This specific peak, I don't know the name of it. Yeah, so we got to the top of here and realised this is actually a much better camping spot. The views are so much better. Down at the tarn, there wasn't anything there other than the tarn itself, so we came up to this peak and the views are so much better. So Pete has nipped back down again to get his camping stuff again, and then he's coming back up. And then we'll set up, camp up and take some photos. So now that I've said that, telling you how much better the views are up here, let me show you the views. Okay, so I'm just trying to photograph sunset. The sun is setting in front of me where I'm pointing my camera. I'm set up here. Pete is set up over there. Can you see him over there somewhere? So we're both essentially shooting the same thing, but from slightly different perspectives. And yeah, I'm just trying to catch some nice rays of the sunlight coming down into the valley. I'm just trying to capture those rays of sunlight. Which looks really nice. There's some really nice light hit coming in. What I don't like is I'm not really feeling the composition. I'm not really happy with my composition here. So I might go over to see if where Pete is standing is any better, but I'll have to be very quick because this light's not going to last much longer. My filters, I've got a 2-stop soft grad, and when I'm shooting directly into the sun like this, it's just not strong enough, so I've doubled up on my filters. I've got a 3-stop hard as well, so I've doubled up on the filters just to try and, like I say, when you're shooting into the sunlight, 2-stop soft grad just isn't enough. So yeah, that is helping with my exposure, doubling up on the filters. But yeah, unfortunately I'm just not really happy with the composition. Although actually saying that, now that I've pulled out, some sheep have walked into my shot, which might add, if they don't move around too much, that might add a bit of foreground interest. So yeah, that's actually not too bad. Thank you, sheep. You've given me something. I have to say, it's very, very quiet up here. There's a bar, a pub, at the bottom of the valley down there, which I can hear them playing guitar and singing and playing music. I can hear Pete talking to his camera over there. If I swing around, there's some other people wild camping and taking photos as well up there. I can hear them talking to each other. It's very quiet and you can hear like every little thing that's going on around, which is really nice. But yeah, I don't think I am going to bother going over to where Pete is actually, because the best of the light has been and gone now. And the sheep did help me out there, so hopefully I can get something out of that. And yeah, So all I'm going to do now is get this midgie out of my eye. Ow. And then behind me, again, another really nice view. You've got the lake and everything there, but there's just nothing really happening there in terms of the sky, in terms of the light. There's nothing happening, so I'm going to keep an eye on that in case that changes, but it really doesn't look as though it's gonna. So I'll just watch it. If all of a sudden the sky pops over there, and then I'll run over there with my camera, but it certainly doesn't look as though it's gonna. So I think we've probably gotten what we can from sunset here. So I'm kind of happy with it. The light was nice. The rays of the sun coming into the valley there was nice. The composition could have been better, but yeah, I don't know. I'm quite hard on myself, so yes. Anyway, I've gotten what I can, so yeah, I'll just set up camp now. Why not? Why not? Oh, and actually, if you're interested in all the names of the Tarn we were at, the peaks we're at now and things like that, check out Pete's video, because I'm sure he's talking about all this in his video, because he's much better at the names of all the peaks and everything than I am. So yeah, if you want to know all that stuff, check out his video.